Disruption begins with the little guy, bottom up. Like, those independent developers who see that opportunity. And we've already seen it with NFTs. Like, CryptoKitties, CryptoPunk, NBA Top Shot. These are little guys. They're putting out these apps out there. They're dApps and decentralized apps, and they're experimenting. And there's a lot of experimentation going on. This is what's so exciting about the blockchain crypto space right now. It's the amount of experimentation, with parachains and all these different new tokenizing, all these different things. If people are experimenting, most of these experiments will fail, but that's normal. Like, I work with startups all the time in all different fields. Most of them fail, like over 90%. So most of these will fail, but it only takes a few to cause massive disruption. And that's what we're seeing right now. So we're like with NFTs, we're at the very, very beginning. Like we ain't seen nothing yet. It's going to be the amount of change we're going to see with NFTs and what comes after NFTs and the next generation of NFTs. Like that is going to be very exciting. So I was speaking to my friend who's a senior vice president at Warner Brother Games. They have the rights to big games, like Harry Potter, Spider-Man, all of these, huge franchises for digital. And I was telling him, you gotta imagine how much somebody would pay for an NFT of Harry Potter's wand. Like, just imagine that. Like, there are massive Harry Potter fans. So I will tell anybody in the traditional space, traditional companies that own assets, digital assets, especially digital assets with strong fan bases. If you have a fan base that's already crazy about it, like crazy about Harry Potter, or if you're a manga and anime fan, Naruto, a huge franchise there. People are nuts about that character. People will spend a lot of their money to own a digital asset like that. That's going to be huge business. We've already seen in the games business a parallel to this. Like games, a lot of this isn't new. Games have been selling virtual goods and they've been having virtual currency for years. It's basically powered the whole mobile games business. And I've been in that business. I know intimately that it's, people will spend billions of dollars on these virtual goods in the context of something they're passionate about, something they care about, whether they're invested in a game, whether they're invested in a story and a character, whatever it is. If you create that community, and it's really all about community, a community will drive this. So community is going to drive the value of NFTs. The stronger the community, the more longer lasting the community, the more valuable those assets will become. But there's a warning here. I want to give you a warning. If we look back in history, we have seen, like right now, we are seeing people are basically creating NFTs around virtual goods, and especially in virtual worlds. There are a number of virtual worlds out there that are blockchain based, and they're selling the land, the property. They're selling actual goods like furniture and paintings, virtual paintings and virtual homes in these worlds. And they're going for a lot of money. However, we've seen this happen before. So I was around at the beginning when virtual worlds first took off. And one of the biggest virtual worlds out there was Second Life. Linden Labs created this virtual world called Second Life. All of these users started to flood in there and create virtual goods, buy up virtual land, and they were selling these. And some people were making their living off of it and making a good living. And Second Life grew so quickly and so big that its economy was literally bigger than a lot of countries out there. And then, almost what felt like overnight, the whole thing collapsed. People got bored of Second Life. Second Life started to feel dated. The technology the graphics weren't up to par. And people just started to leave. And once they started to leave, it started to decline down, down, and down until nothing. Kaput. All those virtual goods, which were worth so much money, became worth nothing. We are going to see the same thing happen with a lot of these NFTs. The NFT is no more valuable than the engagement from the community. If the community is totally engaged, and as long as they're paying and it's growing, those NFTs will go up in value. But as soon as that tide shifts and we see a lot of games that go spike for a few years and then fade into, oblivion after that, we're going to see that same thing. So just be prepared. It's going to be very interesting. People can make a lot of money. They can be real assets, but there's something ephemeral about them. There's something transitory about them that you have to remember. And that's just the nature of digital worlds and digital communities. I hope you enjoyed the talk. If you liked it, you can come to founderspace.com. You can check out our latest events, contact us, and see my latest books, Make Elephants Fly, Surviving a Startup, and The 5 Forces. You can also find me on all the major social networks. Just search for Founderspace.